So, what the hell has been happening recently? We're already almost in March of 2020. You know, this is the 5-year anniversary kind of for my YouTube channel. Like, I've been doing YouTube for about 5 years at this point. I started in 2015 with the Ryan Sucks at Video Games. 2017, I changed it to Ryrule, which is, what we have now. I like to think that I've grown a lot as a content creator and just, as an individual. And I like to think that I formed a bit of my own identity since then. I'd like to think that I have improved a lot. But at the same time, it's like I'm not really sure. I kind of look at the numbers and they hardly ever move. But I mean, I know numbers really aren't important. But like last year, 2019, I made it a point to try to get out as much content as I possibly could, to pump a lot of life into the channel. That's also where I got the idea for the 3D Zelda retrospective. I figured that'd be a really good way to spice things up, I guess, to get me back into it. I think also a part of the reason why I wanted to do that was because I wanted to try to reclaim a little bit of that success that I had with the Golden Sun retrospective I had back in 2016. It wasn't even fair to call that a retrospective. I did 2 reviews and 2 editorials. I got them all out pretty in close proximity to one another for the most part, kind of, because I had a situation that I had to take a few months off just to process what exactly happened. But yeah, about that Zelda retrospective, let's talk about that. For fuck's sake, I've been wanting to do this for God knows how long, and I was working on my Beyond the Beyond video. I think I got that thing done in May. At the end of that video, I said, "Oh yeah, 3D Zelda retrospective. I'm teasing that shit." And then what comes out next? It's fucking Sonic Unleashed. Oops. So that is a problem that I've been having, is that it does take me a long time to make content. Even if you compare it to the content that you got Exopaired, I'm Gamer, you got King K, Jay's Reviews, TGX, JebTube, you got all these people who make really, really good content, long videos too. I know that long videos don't necessarily mean that they're good, but then you look at my channel, they're 20, 30 minute long videos, and you have to wait 4 or 5 months at a time. Ocarina of Time actually got out in September 18th of last year, if I remember correctly. I don't really have any of the information on hand. I'm just kind of spitballing into my mic right now. I got that video out in September. We're already almost in March, so it's almost been 6 months since Ocarina of Time, and that's the first episode of the goddamn 3D Zelda retrospective, and it's frustrating, and at the time when I got that video out too, I have a full-time job at a retail store, and I do take that job very, very seriously. It's, that is my one priority. Or, my number one priority. My job first, YouTube is, below that. I don't know how far in the realm of priorities that I have, but it is, my job has to come first, unfortunately. And around that time, when I got that video out, we were getting ready for the holiday season, holiday season in a retail place, especially when, you're in Orlando, which has, a huge bustling tourist scene. It's very, very chaotic, and it lasts a pretty long while. It lasts from September to January. And even then in January, I have a number of birthdays to get ready for, and even then we still have a lot of holiday stuff as well, for Valentine's Day and Easter and St. Patrick's Day. We get a lot of that stuff in around February. Even in January we had inventory where you have to come in at 4 o'clock in the morning, you stay till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you have to count every single individual piece of merchandise that you have on the sales floor. It's not fun, it's very stressful, and then even preparing for that, that takes 2 weeks to get ready. And then, even then, with the job that I have right now, I won't go too into it because, you guys came here for, the YouTube thing, not necessarily my personal life. But at my job, we have, they're trading around managers, fucking trading cards. We have people dropping, flies. They're just leaving. Some people with notice, some people without notice. It's very, very stressful. And, of course, in February, I have birthdays. And then I even have a wedding that I have to get ready for this upcoming weekend. So my plate has been full ever since September. It's been 6 months of nonstop, just work. It does not stop, and I've been I've been going bald. I'm not bald. I still have a full head of hair, so I at least have that going for me right now. But famous last words, knock on wood. You never really know how long you'll have it till it's gone. But you know, it's just under a lot of pressure, under a lot of stress, and you know, I've been feeling really self-conscious, and I've been feeling very frustrated because I wanted to get this Majora's Mask video out at least before February ended, and I couldn't even do that. So I feel very, very disappointed. And on the one hand, it's like, this is my biggest project that I have ever tackled on the channel in my 5 years, like ever. Like I've done a Majora's Mask video years ago. It's long since gone from the channel. Anything that was like, most of the stuff that was from the Ryan Sucks at Video Game, for those of you who remember, it's like, it's all gone. It's all deleted, threw it in the trash because it wasn't very good, and I was embarrassed by it, by a lot of it even, and it's not representative of the content that I try to make here. So, you know, it's gone. It's some people were like, oh well, you're burning a museum by doing that, but I don't give a shit. Some museums were meant to be burned. Like, this was you know, it was not good at all. So fuck, what was I going on about? Oh yeah, Majora's Mask. Like, you know, I've been working on this thing, and it feels like nonstop, and there always seems like something in the way where it's like, okay, I recorded like up to the Stone Tower Temple, and then my footage gets corrupted, and then, oh hey, I gotta record Majora's Mask again and do a full playthrough. Oh fuck, I accidentally recorded on OBS with the fucking borders on. I have to redo all this other shit so that it doesn't look weird, and you know, it's been a lot. You know, the script is done. I got all the footage that I need, and I'm still doing the voiceover for it. Voiceover is always the worst part for me because, you know, I have a hard time talking. I always go blah, 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 and then I trip on my words, and, you know, it's never a good time for anybody, you know, so. But, you know, it's a lot, you know, and I want to apologize. One, I want to apologize for the wait. You know, for waiting so long since Ocarina of Time for Majora's Mask. Again, 6 months. No one should ever be waiting that long for you know, a continuation, for a retrospective. It's inexcusable, and I do apologize. And I am doing everything that I can to get better. I'm like, any free time that I have, I'm doing what I can to like try to like snap myself out of like this mental funk that I've been in for what feels like for years. It has been for years at this point. I really need to get like a psych or something like that. I don't know. But, like, I've been doing everything that I can to pull myself out, you know, to focus on doing the things that are fun. But, you know, I'm also trying to have a bit of a social life, trying to meet new people and all that kind of stuff, too. So, it's all about trying to figure out how you can juggle those things, how you can balance everything in a way where you can satisfy everybody. Oh, well, you know, not that I'm actually thinking about it. You know, the whole point of Majora's Mask is that you can't satisfy anybody, is it? So, that is something to think about. But... you know, I gotta apologize because I know there were people who subscribed specifically for that content. You know, there were people who, you know, they subscribe to this channel. They want to see more content from this channel, and it's been, you know, 3 months since the new year started, and you got a Phantasy Star Impressions video. That's really it. Like, God, I know it sucks. It really sucks, but you know, and it's not like as if I don't have ideas outside of the Zelda retrospective either. Like, I've been juggling around the idea of a Kingdom Hearts 3 video, just so you know why that game left the kind of mark on me that it did. I want to do a video on Tales of Berseria at one point. I still want to cover the Phantasy Star games, just because, you know, because I've never played them before. You know, like, I have a lot of ideas that I want to do for the channel. You know, I know what I want to say for Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, and Breath of the Wild. Like, I know what I want to say, so it's just a matter of, like, recording the footage, writing out the scripts, and actually just doing it. But it's that process that I've been struggling with, you know, because of everything else that's been going on. You know, and again, I can't apologize enough for, you know, the lack of content for God knows how long. But at the same time, again, like last year, you know, I made it a point to get out as much content as I possibly could. You know, to stream as much as I could, you know, to engage with you guys as much as I could. And I didn't really grow that much in terms of numbers. And again, numbers don't really mean anything in the long run, but at the same time, it's like when you're stuck at like 2.5K and you're not budging, no matter, you know, even if you put out like, you know, like your best work and you don't budge, you know, you put out a video that has maybe about like 500 views, you know, and you spend months on it. It burns you, you know, like it burns out. And maybe you just want to take a little bit of a break, but then you can't because you forgot that you made a promise. And you kind of feel obligated to fulfill it, I guess. So, I don't know. Maybe it's like me being petty, or, you know, maybe it's just me worrying too much about the numbers and not actually doing the thing that I enjoy doing. I don't know. It's just it's weird when you put in a lot of work and then it doesn't pay off. But you know, it's all luck. You know, doing this YouTube gig, like I never wanted this to be a job. You know, and so I never take it as seriously as Exo would, because you know I'm pretty sure he makes money off of YouTube. I'm pretty sure he has like ads and shit like that. Or like most of the people, Mike, like they monetize their videos, but I don't. And again, I don't even know where I'm going with all this, because I'm just kind of rambling. I don't have like any notes or anything like that. Just kind of spitting into the mic. But I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. That's pretty much where I've been. I've been like running around like a headless chicken, for 6 months straight, and I don't know when it's going to stop. But I just stick with me just for a little bit longer. I am working on Majora's Mask. I swear I am working on this fucking thing. And I still have no idea when it's going to get done. And again, for that, I seriously cannot apologize enough. So, with all that being said, for those of you who still give a shit, thank you so much for dealing with it. For those of you who are, you waited for so long and you gotta go, I get it. I don't blame you, but I mean, shit. That's really all I got to say at this point. So, thanks for your time, guys. Just appreciate it.